Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ironworker Gaming channel, or welcome to the Ironworker Gaming channel for the very first time. I am Ironworker814, and today I have compiled a list of 5 weapons that used to be absolute powerhouses in Destiny 2's Crucible, but just kind of disappeared. Now, I was feeling a little bit nostalgic about the early days of Destiny 2 for whatever reason, but I thought it'd be nice to take a look back at these guns. It's always good to look back and see where you were at compared to where we are at now. Before we hop into it, I just wanted to put out a friendly reminder to you that liking and subscribing is greatly appreciated. It really helps me out, helps this channel grow, helps this channel reach more people. So if at any time you feel like clicking one of those 2 buttons, I will reward you with my endless gratitude. So these 5 guns that disappeared, why did they go away? Well, some of them just kind of never got updated, some of them are now outclassed by other weapons, and some, honestly, are still decent weapons, but they're just not seeing use because they are not top of the meta. With all that being said, let us hop into the list with number 5. Coming in at number 5, we have the Mighta multi-tool. This was always a strong gun in Destiny 1, and when it came over to Destiny 2, it was equally as effective. Early on in Destiny 2, the meta revolved around passive play and team shooting, and camping near the back of the map with a full team using Mighta multi-tool was a very quick and effective way to put the enemy guardians down. There were weeks in Trials of the Nine in early Destiny 2 where this weapon saw 20% usage in the game. Now it's sitting at about 0.5% in your competitive game modes. It's just outclassed by other long-range options. The number 4 slot belongs to the last word. Now I know, this isn't packing a whole lot of nostalgic value since it was just nerfed last season. But the usage of this gun has really fallen off. Now when firing from the hip, this weapon still does output a good bit of damage, but because of the range nerf and the fact that aiming down sights is practically useless with this gun, it just lost a lot of its usability. The last word is still sitting at 1.6% usage in competitive game modes, but I would figure this number is going to dip a little bit as dedicated last word users find better options in the Crucible. At number 3, we have the Graviton Lance. I did a full review of this gun if you'd like to check it out, but in year 1, like the Mighta, the Graviton Lance had a place to thrive. In the Warmind expansion, Graviton Lance was changed from a 3-round burst pulse rifle to a 2-round burst pulse rifle. When this change was implemented, the Graviton Lance became the most deadly long-range primary in the game. Graviton was a mainstay in the hands of many Guardians playing comp in Season 3, but shifts in the sandbox left Graviton Lance in the dust. Where it sits now, this is one of the worst options for Crucible in Destiny 2. It is not even registering on the comp usage database, so it is getting less than 0.1% of usage in competitive game modes in Destiny 2 right now. Number 2 is the Uriels Gift. This was considered by many to be the best overall gun in the early seasons of Destiny 2. The 450 auto rifles were very strong at launch, but the Uriels Gift was on a whole nother level. Given the fact the weapon was an auto rifle, it was very easy to use, even for lower skill players, and it performed very well in those close and mid-range gunfights, but it could also reach out into scout rifle ranges very consistently, because of its high stability and friendly aim assist. In the first year of Destiny 2, there were no random rolls on weapons, so the fact that Uriels Gift came with high caliber rounds made this auto an absolute monster. Getting tagged by just a few bullets from the Uriels Gift would throw your reticle off in the right field, which left you dead to rights. In Season of Dawn, Uriels Gift was retuned with random rolls and brought back into the game, but at this point 600 RPM auto rifles are king, and the Uriels Gift is still seeing no use in comp gameplay. The number 1 slot I have given to the Antiope D. For an aggressive player, this was the go-to gun. Especially in Trials of the Nine, this gun was a force to be reckoned with. The Antiope D had one of the absolute quickest time to kills in the game, coming in at just over 0.8 seconds. And it was often paired with the Last Hope, which also could kill absurdly fast for Destiny 2 Year 1. The Antiope, being a 600 round per minute SMG, could hit this optimal time to kill at surprising ranges, if the player could control the recoil. You know how we see shotgun apes in the Crucible now? Well, in Year 1, we had Antiope apes. In Trials of the Nine, a full team of Antiope users could dive on the opponents and end the round before it even got started, making this one of the most feared guns in the Crucible. But now, this is another one of those weapons that the sandbox has just left behind. 600 round per minute SMGs just don't compete right now. Even though this gun was brought forward in Forsaken and given random rolls, it has all but disappeared from the game. Well, I hope that was a fun little trip back down memory lane for you, to see the guns that were meta back then compared to the guns that are meta now. Most of the guns on this list existed in a very different sandbox, and the guns that thrived in the first couple seasons of Destiny 2 feel like they existed in almost a completely different game. So I hope you saw some of your old favorites, and if you didn't, feel free to comment down below and let me know the ones that I may have missed. If you had enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Like I said earlier, it really helps this channel out and I would greatly appreciate it. If you would like to get a hold of me, the absolute best way to do that is in the comments down below. I read all my comments and I respond to every comment. So if you have a question or want to ask me something, down in the comments is the place to do it. If you would be interested in interacting with me live, I do stream on Twitch, generally weekend evenings starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. With all that out of the way, I would just like to thank you once again for taking some time out of your day to check out my content. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you on the next one.